Have you ever wondered if a small act of kindness can truly change a life? Today I want to share an incredible story that proves it can. A story about a young boy named Rohit, whose journey will inspire you to believe in the power of dreams, sacrifice, and the human spirit. Rohit's life began in the grip of poverty. He grew up in a tiny, humble home, but it was filled with a huge dream. His mother passed away when he was very young, leaving him in the care of his devoted father. His father, though poor, had a vision for his son. He wanted Rohit to become a doctor, to heal others and escape the hardships they faced. Every day he would tell Rohit, "My son, you will wear a white coat and serve the people. That is my only wish." This dream became the guiding star of Rohit's young life. His father worked tirelessly, taking on any job he could find, just to put food on the table and save a few pennies for Rohit's education. He sacrificed his own needs, his own comforts, all for the future of his son. Rohit, seeing his father's struggle, was a diligent and brilliant student. He absorbed his lessons like a sponge, determined not to let his father's efforts go to waste. The dream wasn't just his father's anymore. It had become his own. But one day, tragedy struck. The world they had so carefully built came crashing down. Rohit's father was involved in a horrific accident at his workplace. He survived, but he lost both of his hands. The hands that had worked so hard to build a future for his son were gone. The dream of seeing Rohit become a doctor seemed to shatter into a million pieces. How could he support his son now? How could they possibly afford the expensive medical education? Despair filled their small home, a darkness that seemed impossible to overcome. His father was devastated, not for himself, but for Rohit. He saw his dream for his son slipping away. But in that moment of utter hopelessness, Rohit looked at his father, saw the pain in his eyes, and made a promise. He told his father, "Don't worry, Papa. Your dream is my dream. I will become a doctor. I will fulfill your wish, no matter what it takes." From that day on, Rohit's determination burned brighter than ever. He knew he had to take on the responsibility himself. He continued to excel in his studies, often studying late into the night by the dim light of a kerosene lamp. But studying wasn't enough. He needed money, a lot of it. So, during the day, he became a salesman. He would walk for miles, door to door, under the scorching sun, selling bars of soap. "Soap, please, buy some soap," he would call out, his voice often tired, but never defeated. He faced countless rejections. Doors were slammed in his face. People would shoo him away. But for every rejection, he thought of his father's sacrifice and the promise he had made. He saved every single rupee he earned, tucking it away safely. The small collection of coins and crumpled notes was a testament to his relentless effort. It was a slow and grueling process, and the goal of medical school tuition felt like a distant mountain. The day he got his acceptance letter to a prestigious medical university should have been the happiest day of his life. And it was, for a moment. But that joy was quickly overshadowed by the crushing reality of the fees. The amount he had saved was just a drop in the ocean compared to what he needed. He felt a wave of despair wash over him. Had he come all this way only to fail at the final hurdle? He felt lost, sitting on a park bench, the acceptance letter in his hand feeling heavier than a stone. Just as he was about to give up hope, a well-dressed woman walking by noticed his tear-streaked face. She stopped and asked him what was wrong. With a heavy heart, Rohit poured out his story, his father's dream, struggle to sell soap, and his inability to pay the university fees. The woman listened patiently, her expression softening with empathy. When he finished, she looked at him with kind eyes. She didn't say much, but her actions spoke volumes. She opened her purse, took out a crisp 500 rupee nota, significant amount of money back then, and placed it in his hand. "Here," she said gently. "It's not much, but I hope it helps you get a little closer to your dream. Never give up." Before Rohit could even properly thank her, she smiled and walked away, disappearing into the crowd. That 500 rupees was more than just money to Rohit. It was a lifeline. It was a sign from the universe that he was on the right path. It reignited his hope and gave him the strength to keep fighting. He used that money to pay the initial deposit, securing his spot, and then worked even harder, taking on more jobs, applying for scholarships, and doing everything he could to piece together the rest of the fees. That one act of kindness from a complete stranger was the push he needed to cross the finish line. Years flew by. The boy who sold soap was now Dr. Rohit, a renowned and respected physician. He had not only fulfilled his father's dream, but had exceeded it. He built his own state-of-the-art hospital, dedicated to providing the best care, especially for those who couldn't afford it. He made sure his hospital had a policy: no one would ever be turned away for lack of money. His father, now old and frail but with eyes full of pride, would often visit the hospital, a silent, happy witness to the miracle his son had created. One evening, an elderly woman was rushed into the emergency room. She was in critical condition, suffering from a severe illness. Their family was distraught, unable to afford the expensive treatment required to save her. Dr. Rohit was called in to consult on the case. As he reviewed her file, he saw her name, and something about her face seemed familiar. He went to her bedside. The woman was weak, barely conscious. He looked at her closely, and then a memory from long ago flashed in his mind. The kind face, the gentle eyes. It was her. It was the woman who had given him 500 rupees on that park bench all those years ago. The woman whose small act of kindness had changed the entire course of his life. Tears welled up in his eyes. He turned to the hospital administrator and said, "This patient's entire treatment, all the medicines, the surgery, everything, it will be completely free of charge. Put it all on my personal account." The administrator was confused, but Dr. Rohit just smiled. He went back to the woman's bedside. Her family gathered around, wondering what was happening. He gently took her hand and said softly, "Do you remember, many years ago, you helped a poor boy who was selling soap? A boy who was crying because he couldn't afford to go to medical school." The woman's eyes fluttered open, a faint glimmer of recognition in them. Rohit continued, his voice thick with emotion. "I was that boy. The 500 rupees you gave me that day didn't just help me pay my fees. It gave me hope when I had none. You saved my dream. Today it is my turn to save you." The family was speechless, tears of gratitude streaming down their faces. The woman, weak as she was, managed a faint smile. In that moment, the cycle of kindness came full circle. The seed of compassion she had planted years ago had grown into a magnificent tree, and now she was resting under its shade. Rohit's story is a powerful reminder that our lives are all interconnected. A single act of sacrifice from a father, a small gesture of kindness from a stranger, and the unwavering determination of a young boy all came together to create a miracle. It teaches us that no dream is too big and no obstacle is too great when you have perseverance. Most importantly, it shows us that kindness is never wasted. It always finds its way back. So the next time you have an opportunity to help someone, no matter how small it may seem, remember, Rohit, you never know. Your small act of kindness can be the one thing that changes a life forever. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs a little inspiration, and subscribe for more stories that celebrate the best of humanity. Until next time, take care and spread kindness.